Hey there, welcome back to the Nail Chronicle. This week I'm reattempting my fall design. I wasn't 100% happy with the last design. It turned out okay, but I felt like there's some improvements that could have been made. It's not a colour palette that I'm used to working with, and so it was a bit of a struggle, and also trying to find something that didn't look like it was fluoro when I put it on, and just was something more autumny, or more had those like sort of fall vibes. So I started out with just stamping on a few images that I thought would be really good for reverse stamping. Because I had a sort of a brown base coat, I wanted something that could stand out. And one of the things I found with my last fall design was that because I didn't have any outline on it, it was quite hard to see some of the images. So I picked a couple of different ones, and afterwards I also just ended up deciding to put the pumpkins on there as an experiment. I was initially really reluctant to do black outline on the pumpkins just because some of them are quite solid, so I was worried that I'd end up with just a set of completely black pumpkins instead of orange, and I thought that was a little bit weird. So I just thought, I'll give it a go, see what happens, and go from there. So I started filling in some of my images while I was trying to think about what else I would put on my nails. One of my regrets on this design was actually doing a orange stamp directly on my nail. It was one of the first nails that I did, and I immediately regretted it. It just sort of clashed, and it was really hard to tell what was actually on the image. And so I wouldn't recommend doing like just a straight orange. However, when I did the outline from the pumpkins, it ended up looking really good. Like, these were my favorite images out of the whole set that I created. In terms of the leaf that I've reverse stamped as well, I loved how the leaf turned out, but because it was so dark against the brown, it's a little bit hard to see and sort of blends in a little bit too much. So I think if I had just a little bit lighter green, it would be perfect for this design. And so I also decided to just stamp on some green and like some leaves, and just to add a little bit of decoration around the text that I added. And that made the text appear a lot nicer, but I still wasn't 100% happy with it. So in the end, I think I just wish that I had done a full set of the orange and black pumpkins. So that would have looked awesome, but it's a much better improvement. I haven't got the fluoro green going on compared to my last design. In terms of the reverse stamping, one of my cheats or my hacks that I did for this one, particularly as I started going through and realizing that the reverse stamping was probably more the way to go for the design, was to actually cut these in half so I didn't have to create more images. So the long pumpkin image that I'm filling in right now, that one I just cut straight down the middle. The larger rectangle image, I ended up just cutting like the edge off it. And then just filling in the missing sort of corner piece that I'd chopped off with just some more like plain stamping using just the black polish. So I was able to get 4 images out of those two, which was pretty cool, and I didn't have to stamp any additional ones, so I was pretty happy with that. So overall, it's progress. It's not perfect, but I think it turned out alright. So let me know in the comments, let me know if you've got any tips for what I could change up next time. Maybe some different colours suggestions, because my mind seems to be stuck on a brown base for the autumn design. And yeah, that's pretty much it for this week. So thank you so much for watching. Don't forget to hit that like and subscribe button. Hopefully I'll be back with another video next week. Until then, I hope to see you soon. Thank you. Bye.